for You, which may or may not be by the Flamingos. My love must be a kind of blind love. I can't see anyone but you. Shabab, shabab, hoo, shabab, shabab, hoo, shabab, shabab, hoo, shabab, shabab. All the stars out tonight. I don't know if it's cloudy or bright, 'cause I only have eyes for you, dear. Shabab, shabab, the moon may be high, but I can't see a thing in the sky, 'cause I only have eyes for you. I don't know if we're in a Shabab, shabab, you are here, so shabab, shabab, maybe millions of people, shabab, shabab, but they all disappear from view. And I only have eyes for you. Shabab, shabab, ooh, shabab, shabab, ooh, shabab, shabab, ooh, shabab, shabab. Did that work? I think it works. Here, take Excalibur.
Let's listen to it and criticize it.
Well, I'll return time and again to the door we entered in. No regrets, Mr. Descendants, I see. So now I know. I see. So now I go. 'Cause I'm a ghost, I'm a gardener, and I am lost in the room. I am lost. for someone it's time to tend. Oh, Adrian, I've sung this before, but never for you, Adrian. I'm telling the truth and what's more, I'm telling you. Well, I don't think it's gonna hurt all that much, but if it does, I'll raise a glass to honor and to exes and even to gentlemen, 'cause nothing can predict what hearts oh, are you listening? Oh, Adrian, I've sung this before, never for you, Adrian. I tell the truth and what's more, I'm telling you. So I'm gonna smoke this cigarette to celebrate you quitting them. But I know if you were here, you'd be quick with a light. But you're a light out in the snow and shining through the neighborhood. It is dark as it gets.
Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. I ran out of time to finish that song. But maybe I'll play it for the outro so you can see how it ends. How does the song end? What happens to Adrian? Hey everyone. Hi, my name is Rachel. Welcome to my home, my petit palais. I'm so happy that you're here with me today. Yes, there's controls. Yeah, so today I'm gonna play some songs for you, some throwback songs. This is the kickoff of my When I Think About You Now series. I'm gonna play through all of my albums in order, front to back. And so I'm gonna start. With track 1, first album. This is called Lonely Spires. Feel free to tell me if anything is wonky. Hi, Susie. Hi, Andy. All right. Okay. Da, 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 da. Whew. When you go away and say you'll return some other day, but until then I must stay and sing and learn the taste of remembering. When you go away and say we'll return some other way, but until then I must stay and sing and meet you at the shores we used to fill with silver stones and bones and tones of no remorse, and build our castles with their lonely spires high. Well, I could learn to melt into the sand, and I could learn to grow into the ocean, and I could learn to fade into the air, and then I would hover and stare at children playing where our kingdom used to be, and then hover and stare at children playing where our kingdom used to be. When you go away and say we'll return some other way, but until then I must stay and sing and meet you the shores we used to fill with silver stones and bones and tones of no remorse, and build our castles with their lonely I will meet you at the shores we used to fill with silver stones and bones and tones of no remorse, and build our castles with their lonely spires high, with our lonely spires high. Welcome. What guitar is next? Thanks for being here, everyone. Thank you, Andy, Steve, Peter, Courtney, Susie, Steve. Top quality broadcasting, right? I've put in some work into this. Do let me know if levels are wonky, if I need to change anything. I'll do the best I can. Set this guy down. Yeah, so it's hard to comprehend, but For You Only came out 15 frickin' years ago. And it's been wild to revisit these songs. It's been a strange treat, a strange reckoning. I mean, I guess you can do the math. I'm 40, so I was 23, 24 when I wrote most of these songs. Daniel, this next song is for you. It's your favorite. Yeah, so it's kind of trippy to relearn these things and to hear myself learning how to write music. 15 years. Anyway, time is a beautiful, strange thing. Also, perhaps related, unrelated, it's hilarious how nervous one is on doing live streams versus just being on a stage. It's comical. What was I gonna say? So the tip stuff you see up there if you want to support in any financial way. And I do want to say, I'll say a few times that any album sales that occur during this 7-week playing through the catalog series, all album sale proceeds, I'm going to funnel to the sanctuary encampments in Minneapolis. All the unhoused people are living in tents in the parks, and they could use a lot of support. I'm fine. I have enough food. I have clean socks. I'm not living in a tent. So whatever purchases you want to make, the money is going to go over there. Selfishly, I'd love to free up some storage space in my little upstairs zone here. So that's that plug. I'm gonna play another song. Daniel, What Are You Saying? I used to play it on the radio when it came out. Yeah. This album got some radio play. Like, who knew? I was kind of unaware at the time. All right, so here you go. The most charming song I ever wrote and will have ever written. Come to me, come tonight, won't you? Come to me with both hands. You can be quiet, but don't be shy. I'll leave the kitchen light on. Summer's here, kick off your shoes and slip across my backyard. You can be quiet, but don't be shy. I'll leave the kitchen light on. For you only. Lord, have mercy on my soul. Lord, have mercy on your peace of mind. But don't be shy, I'll leave the kitchen light on. So help yourself to honey-dew bread and tea if it pleases you. Can be quiet, but don't be shy, I'll leave the kitchen light on. For you 'cause nobody fills me like you do. No one thrills me quite like you. Can be quiet, but don't be shy. I'll leave the kitchen light on. So come to me, come tonight, won't you? Come to me with both hands. You can be quiet, but don't be shy. I'll leave the kitchen light on. You can find me dreaming in my bed, and just turn the kitchen light off. Ha ha. Bum, 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 ba-da-dum. For you Yeah, Nathan, the 7th is for you. Oh, what a ditty. What a sweet, sweet song. Z Packrat, that must be Claudia. Nice to see you. Yeah. Moved from YouTube to Facebook. Hey Andy, was the YouTube being, was it misbehaving? Is that why you moved over from Facebook? Hi Ricky. Just curious, because like I'm simulcasting to the two, and I wonder if there's not enough bandwidth. Anyway, curious. We can always talk later. Okay, I'm playing another song. This one. So this track 3 of For You Only. Oh, Cat, hi. Track 3 of For You Only is called Our Summertime. And I don't know what it is about this song. I stopped playing it years ago, but it used to be what I started every single show with. Like I wouldn't say anything. I'd come on stage with my pearls and my little like 1950s frock that I would wear, and usually kind of like country 50s frockish stuff with pearls and cowboy boots. I'd come on stage and I'd be terrified to talk to anybody, and I'd just like blast into this song, which would somehow, I don't know, it's a little tricky to play, and it's like vocally acrobatic and stuff, and somehow that would just sort of blast the door open, and then it would like get through my nerves, and then I could continue on and do whatever bantering situation. So yeah, this used to be my safety blanket song, I suppose. So here you go. Let's see if I can still play it. Whew. Yeah, I can do better. Weary man of my heart, let me know when it's time to start loving again, 'cause we are colder than this autumn night deserves. Holly places her bets on who will leave before the first snow flies, but place him high, 'cause I know I will stay through the summertime. Weary man of my heart, it is now time to fall into the drifted snow behind the house and let the cold wind out. Then back into the house to lie beside the hickory fire, to drift and doze one day closer to the summertime. Winter came and winter went. The devil came and the devil up and left us here, you and me, dear, dearest man of my heart. Spring is nigh and it's time to find a plot of land to tend and temper with our home. okra and tomatoes and even rutabaga. And our namesake will endure through this our summertime. And my namesake will endure through this our summertime. Whew. Shucks. Hey, Ricky, Susie, thanks for posting those. Ricky, I believe in the description, whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, if you actually look at the description that is in there, there are direct links to tippage and such, patronage and tips. So check that out. Or Susie, thank you for posting that stuff too. Oh, that song. So here, a little backstory reference on that one. That last line, and our namesake will endure through this hour. In high school, I had I kind of like took on the nickname Kale, K-A-L-E, as in the vegetable, which, let's be honest, I think as a teenager in Freeman, South Dakota, I don't think I'd ever even had kale, knew what it tasted like, but I decided that was my nickname. I think only one person called me that, but it was my nickname, and so that's that namesake references to kale. I did not like my name back then. It was too boring. Rachel. Claudia, what are you saying? That's how I met you. Yep, 50s dress and boots, and that song. Winifred? Is it really Winifred? Of Winifred and Imogen? Oh my gosh. Hi, nice to see you. I hope you have, I don't remember what age you have to be to get your hawk, but I hope that's still part of the plan. I'm going to switch over to electric guitar now and continue onward. Oh, Daniel, thank you. I bleached the very back of it, but it's really grown out, but I have like these underlayer of blondish. I figured pandemic, who cares? I can do what I want. All right, here's luckiest one. I was obsessed with the ocean back then as a very landlocked youngster, I guess. Okay. Ah. Well, I'm the luckiest one. I'm the luckiest one to be sitting here at the seaside thinking of you. Oh, they all come and go like the tide and the cold, but my baby still has a hold on my soul. Oh, the winter winds blow and the ocean shore is freezing my toes when I get too close to the water's edge. Whoops. But I'm the luckiest one. I'm the luckiest one to be sitting here at the seaside thinking of you. Here's the whistle solo if y'all want to join in. Hey, Adam. Well, I'm the luckiest one. I'm the luckiest one to come back from the bay and find you thinking of me. Oh, you put the record on and then you hold out your arms, and with Nina on the stereo you spin me around the room. Oh, the winter winds blow and the heater's down again, but do I care? Oh no, when I'm with my dearest one. the bay and find you thinking of me. Well, the world may fall away, but with you I will stay. 'Cause I'm the luckiest one. I'm the luckiest one to come back from the bay and to come back to thinking with you. My brain just stopped. Yeah, I'm the luckiest one. I am the luckiest one to come back from the bay, to be sitting here after hours just thinking with you, thinking with you, thinking with you, thinking with you. Sorry, I messed that one up. I thought I had that one in the bag, but oh well. So it goes. Donovan, nice to see you. Adam, I will never forget your version of that song. That was so cool and such an honor. Like, I was just so dumbfounded to have you work that up with the whole band. That was just the coolest thing. Yeah. So next up here in this little show we've got going on, we are going to, so for each of these weeks, I'm going to have in some special guests, some in the flesh and some on the phone. And this is a phone week, and I want to make sure I'm doing this all right. So this album, which came out 15 years ago, would not have been possible, would not sound nearly as charming as it does if it weren't for one very important gentleman, Andru Bemis. I don't even remember where we met, but he is the hello Scotland, hi Emma. He was the engineer of the album, and he played a bunch of instruments on it as well. And just a wonderful human, and you're gonna find that out for yourself very soon, because I'm gonna give him a call and bring him into this into this. I don't know if you can hear that. Andrew, that was so quick. There's your face, bud. Let's see here. Give me a moment. Da 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 da. Hold on, everyone. Andrew. There you are.
Rachel.
Hey, nice to see you.
It's good to see you too. I've been enjoying it.
Oh man. So yeah, we made this record together a while ago. Well, where are you actually? You're in.
I'm in Binghamton, New York. I don't even remember anymore.
Yeah.
Binghamton.
But
in my basement.
In your basement, nice. Back when we were working together, you were living in South Haven, Michigan. That winter was so wild. Do you remember why we decided to make a record together? Do you remember how that actually came about?
No, I just remember you. I think that you just emailed me or something at some point and said, "Hey, I've been thinking about making a record. Maybe would you?" I don't remember.
Yeah.
But anyway, somehow you wound up at my house.
Somehow I just like
all one room of it.
Yeah. So you had the first you had a tiny house before tiny houses were really a thing that existed. Yeah, I will never forget that little. I mean, back then I just thought of it as a shack. In a good way.
They didn't have tiny houses back then, so they were just shacks at that moment. Yeah.
So you had this, I think it's small, like I live in a 320 square foot little house.
It was 19 by 14 feet, I think, which is, let's see, 20 by 15 would be, I don't know, same size as yours.
More or less.
Right?
Yeah, give or take, yeah. And I remember, so I would come up on the weekends, like to South Haven, Michigan, and just sort of live in your house for, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. And I remember sleeping in this little tiny bunk that you had made, but I don't remember where you slept. Were you like sleeping on the floor?
I was on the floor, I think.
Okay,
Yeah.
that checks out.
Yeah.
And
It was so small. There was nowhere else to
there
sleep.
was nowhere else. I remember the tape machine was in the middle of the kitchen floor. I remember having to step over the tape machine because it was all analog. It was all to tape. I remember having to step over the tape machine to get to the bathroom or the stove.
It was the biggest thing in the house, I think,
Yeah.
was the record.
Yeah. I also remember I was, just sort of going down memory lane. I remember that the weekends would begin with a pot of stew on the stove, and things would get added to that same pot of
Yeah, we just ate from that
stew.
same pot the whole time,
Yeah.
didn't we?
And it would just morph. And by the end of the recording session, it would be a completely different stew than when it began. But it
I
was
had
like this,
forgotten about that.
I don't know, I feel like it's some kind of a metaphor for something. I'm not sure. I'll think about it later.
I
But
think so. And you were constantly, and it was always a pot of tea too, because you made your ginger lemon tea, and it was always going.
oh, yeah. Yeah. That hasn't changed at
So
all.
it was a perpetual pot of stew and the perpetual pot of tea.
Yeah. We were pretty
So it
sober. I
smelled
don't
nice.
remember. What was that? It
Yeah.
smelled nice. Yeah.
So it always smelled nice. Yeah, I don't remember us actually drinking at all necessarily. Of course, I generally don't remember when I've been drinking, but
Fair. Yeah. What else was I going to say? Yeah, the next song I'm going to play is Valentine, which is the only song I ever wrote for banjo. So apologies to the world that hears this. But I do remember distinctly like trying to nail this part, and I ended up recording it when I was in your rocking chair. I was wrapped up in an Afghan. I don't remember if it was really early morning or if it was really late at night, some inappropriate time to be
it
recording.
was, I think it was
Do you remember?
really, I think it was both.
It was
I think it was so
yeah.
late it was early morning.
Fair. Yeah, I just remember like sitting there in the rocking chair, and that was the take was I remember the tea, the Afghan, and
I remember, yeah, it was multiple takes, and eventually you played that one, and we're like, we can never do this again.
yeah,
It's just
we will die.
that's gonna have to be it.
Yeah,
It was
thankfully.
so lovely.
Yeah.
And that was one of my favorite pieces of life right there, was having you in the house and being able to just sit there with my headphones on and listen to you recording. I felt like the luckiest one, you know. I felt pretty lucky to be there at that moment.
I felt pretty lucky to be there too. Thanks for being such a gentle spirited engineer and collaborator back then, because it took me like way past that to be comfortable in my own skin in a recording and working environment, especially like it's mostly like me and guys, has until recently kind of been the deal. And I remember for years and years really struggling with feeling like, oh, I trust the guys because they're gonna have the answer. Like whatever I think is not necessarily right, or my intuition. I really struggled with that for a long time until well into my 30s. And so thank you for not being not feeding into that at all. Like that stuff that I was carrying, whatever I was carrying back then was all in me. It wasn't like you being some kind of a blustery, well, this is what you do kind of person. So I don't know if that
I had
makes
no
sense,
idea what
but
I was doing. You know, a lot of times people would say that I had produced that album. They're like, yeah. And I had nothing. I always tell people, you produced that album. And like,
hey, thank
I had nothing to
you.
do with it. I
'Cause I
just
did.
recorded it.
Yeah.
You made a hell of a fine album. All I did was try not to screw it up. So
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for correcting people on that, because that's another thing people use like, oh, well, the guys produced it. I'm like, no, I produced
I
it.
had, yeah, you totally had that album. So thank you for making a good album in my house.
Oh my God. Thanks for making it possible and for fixing all that weird vintage equipment that we could use. Random question. I was looking at the liner notes for said album. Wah, wah, wah. Get your
Yeah.
copy in the Bandcamp store. I was looking at the liner notes, and I thank your brother. Do you remember, like, did he play something on this record? Like, I refer to him as one of the
Who is
musicians.
that? I missed.
Oh, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, I thank your brother, Nathan, as one of the musicians, but I don't remember if he actually played anything on here. I remember there was, like, a pump organ in his house, or a
Yeah, did we do that? But I think we might have used his pump organ, but then you ended up
scrapped it.
re-recording the pump organ parts, right?
Yes, Drew Lindsay.
I think that's what
recorded this.
happened.
Okay, so I thanked him because he did play, even though we
Yes.
scrapped it. Okay, thank you for clearing that up. My brain can move on now.
It's only been 15 years.
I know. I'm glad we're still friends.
Me too.
Yeah.
All
Hey,
right.
you owe me a package. Remember, you were gonna send me those tuning.
I
tuning
know, I
supplies.
know. I've got a whole list of packages I owe you and everybody else. I'll get that to you.
Okay, cool. All right.
Okay.
Well, it was nice to
So
chat
nice
with
to
you.
see you. You
See
too,
you down the
Rachel.
way.
Yeah, I see you too. I'm seeing you right now, and I'm going to continue seeing
Okay,
you.
cool.
So, okay.
Bye, dear.
Bye-bye.
All right. Okay. Did I do that right? I think so. Oh, what a great guy. Andru Bemis. Everyone should check out his music. I don't know if he's Andrew, I'm not quite sure how much you're like making music out in the world these days. But you are sometimes, I know. But all the old catalog is well worth listening to. There's nothing quite like Andrew's music. A singular voice and a singular person. All right. I am going to, this is going to be a potential train wreck. I'm going to play you some banjo now. So this song is called Valentine. I'm going to start over. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, I found my home last night on my way through Valentine. Nebraska said, hey, how you been? You've been gone for so long. But hey, how you been, my sweet Valentine? Well, I've been in a concrete palace singing for rocks and dimes, wondering just how long I'd last living in a city on fire. But hey, how you been, my sweet Valentine? Well, there's a man down Chicago way thinking I'll be home by supper time, but he's no prairie, ain't got no sky. So goodbye, my old Valentine, Valentine, Valentine. Ooh. Hey, I found my home last night on my way through Valentine. Nebraska said, hey, how you been? You've been gone for so long. But hey, how you been, my sweet Valentine? Hey, how you been, my sweet Valentine? I really apologize to anybody who joined in the middle of that song thinking that I'm a banjo player and being confused by what they heard. So hopefully, hopefully I didn't lose anyone there. Let's see. Oh, sorry, little tech fall there. Thank you so much. Carl, nice to see you. Jason, nice to see you. Josh, pleasure to meet you, unless I know you already. Kate, hello. Kat, I know, right. Memory lane, oh my gosh. Kind of wild. Let's see. Ricky, if you were still wondering about support stuff, I just put it all up on the screen. Yeah, obviously, times are weird. Support is nice. patronage is pretty rad. I see a bunch of patrons on here. Mwah! Let's see. Next up, what am I gonna do? Oh my gosh, this one, guys. Okay, I'm gonna play a song. Oh mercy, I have some issues with this song. Next up on the album, we have Cleveland. So I want to tell you something about this record, this dearly beloved first record in the canon. It's like the first half of the record is all sort of me trying on different outfits and trying on different costumes and finger picking styles and like puzzling out different things and really like thinking about the craft of songwriting, and trying on different voices and costumes to do that, to figure out what my voice is, like what I want to, who I am in a song. And so like kind of up until now through this song, it's all me sort of trying on different outfits and testing out different finger picking puzzles I was obsessed with. After kind of like the next after this next one is kind of a turning point in the album, and it starts to be kind of like my music, my voice, more so like my energy, my heart comes through. The songs become totally autobiographical after this next one. Cleveland is not autobiographical, and I killed it from the set lists early on because it's charming, but it's such a make-believe bullshit song that I just kind of ended up feeling really silly playing it. I mean, no disrespect to you people who like the song, like it has its charm, but it's just, it belongs to someone else. Anyway, so I would always struggle with playing it. And also, I think the geography is really wonky. Like there's the part I'll shuffle through Georgia and then on through Tennessee, like starting in Cleveland. I don't know. There's something I really should have looked at a map when I wrote those lyrics. But what can you do? Let's see. That guitar is this channel. All right. So here you go. Here is some Cleveland for you. Sassy. So sassy. It's fun to play. I've been to Cleveland and I don't want to return, 'cause your mama threw me out, didn't she? There was on the front lawn looking confused when your mama threw me out. Don't look surprised, oh, don't you give me that sigh. That woman's crazier than me. So I'll shuffle through Georgia and then on through Tennessee. You can come and find me. You can come and find me. I don't know what I had done to deserve such misery. Well, I best make right with the Lord. There I was on the front line, looking confused when your mama threw me out. So I'll shuffle through Georgia and then on through Tennessee. You can come and find me. You can come and find me. Oh, mercy. Oh, sorry about that. Susie, well, I also at one point did not have the finger picking chops to play that song. And you know what I did? I learned how to. I could totally make a tutorial for you or something if you want to learn how to do that. It's just like, it's a lot of Travis style walk and bass line kind of stuff. Anyway, I don't know. If you want to learn, maybe I can help. I would bequeath to you the song that I do not need. Let's see, what's next? We're gonna do October is next. Man, my throat is kind of getting to me right now. Sorry for all the throat clearing. Oh my God, yes please. All right, I've never done a guitar tutorial, but I'll figure it out. While I'm thinking about it, so next week, so these Saturday afternoons are going to be happening for the next 7 weeks total, and next week I'll play my second album, which is called Without a Bird, and have a very special guest, one in the flesh and one on the phone, but something else I'm hoping to have done by next week is I've been working on a lino cut print, so I'm hoping that that's done. So tune in next week if you want to see the fresh prints that I'll have for the world. Let's see, I'm gonna unmute that. Ricky, Cleveland is your favorite song? Interesting. You know, there's just something for everybody in this world, and isn't it wonderful? Okay, so I am gonna, where's that capo here? So October track, whatever track this is, I don't know. This is October, and this is one of the songs on this album that I still love. This is a very dear song to me. And Adrian, if you're tuned in, number one, happy birthday. Number two, this song is for you. I know you have a fondness for it. Yeah, so this is October, and this is where like the album starts to turn into more autobiographical, more like true. Oh, Ricky, October is your favorite. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay, this, love this song. Okay. And it's another fun finger-picking one. Took me a while to learn how to play this one. When October comes, I'll be home. I'll knock 3 times on your back door. And won't you take me in? I messed up the lyrics, I'm gonna start over on that. When October comes, I'll be home. I'll knock 3 times on your back door. And maybe, just maybe, you'll answer. You'll look surprised, I'll shrug and smile, hold out my hand for you to shake, and take me, won't you take me in? Won't you take me? And love me like you never did before. Won't you hold me like you never could before? Pull me down and show me so I know, and let's go so slow that I don't notice the morning. Won't you pull me down and show me so I know, and let's go so slow that I don't notice the morning. I sing for you only on this lonely highway. The devil come and the devil care, but I only want you, dear. I want you. Well, when I'm on the prairie, I see my hope, I see my fear in you. You are always there. just the right amount of luck and grace, dear. I am always here, dear. I am always here. I sing for you only on this lonely highway. Well, the devil come and the devil care, but I only want you, dear. I want you. Oops. Thank you so much. I'm gonna tune that guitar. Yeah, there's a lot of songs on this album about one particular gentleman, a boy from South Dakota who I was just so wicked in love with. His name was Paul. His name is still Paul. I'm sure he's not here. That would be wild if he was. Hey, Paul. Wrote a lot of songs about you once. Yeah, so that was about him. I'll tell you, I've got more coming up on the album here. To those of you just tuning in, I'll be doing these sessions for the next 6 weeks after this, playing through my entire catalog front to back. This is my first real album that came out 15 years ago, and so I'm taking this strange pandemic time to think about who I've been, where I've been, what I've done, what it was for, and in some cases kind of like, you know, the way I write generally is pretty autobiographical and pulling from deep down, and there are some things that I've needed to sort of forgive myself for, and a lot of it is contained in these songs. So it's kind of been intense in some ways to learn these songs again. So regarding the next few, check that out, everybody. Hey, look at that. So that's the schedule coming up. Next week is Without a Bird, my second album, and that's going to have 2 guests, one in the flesh, one on the phone. And then the week after that is the Country EP and Laurel Lake EP. And also I'm going to have a guest in the little house with me to sing all of Anaïs's parts from the Country EP, and our special phone-in guest, barring unforeseen circumstances, Anaïs and I are going to talk on Skype, just like Andrew and I talked on this one. So tune in and keep on coming back. They'll all expand and change through the course, and there'll be more and more musicians involved by the time we're done, and it'll be nice to have you around for it. All right, next song is Unkind. Where are we going? We're going back. So this one, oh my gosh, this song. May no one ever write a song like this for you. Dawn, your parakeets, that's great. Probably other people saw that, but we have some parakeets who are hanging out with us. That's so sweet. I hope you're feeling all right over there, Dawn. Dodging all the bullets life gives you. Okay, here is Unkind. I will not tell you who this one is about. Well, I know the best years of my life are ahead. You don't have to tell me again and again. The paint's peeling off of my sweet smiling face, and someday soon all sweetness will be erased. Well, I met you in Texas, I left you in Rome. tried so hard to care in an Irish storm. I know I've been unkind to you, and I can't say this chapter is through. My youth, it keeps me cold. 'Cause I've married another and bore him a son, and now I run through the world just trying to be made undone. I just want for someone to swallow me whole, and then I'll rise up and I'll ride on a chariot, 'cause I'm crazy, don't you know? I fed the horses, I fed them cardboard and coal, and now I'm saving up my soul to barter later so I can get back home. To barter later so I can make it home. 'Cause I loved you in Texas, I hated you in Rome, and I tried so hard to care in an Irish storm. And I know I'll never be kind to you, so I best be going. You take care. You take care of you. Oof. That's what happens when you have romantic entanglements with men much older than you. Songs like that happen. Let's see. Oh, how do I make that go away? I don't know how to make... Oh, tech. There we go. Let's see here. We are gonna move on. The album. Did that bum everybody out? Are you guys doing okay still? That stabs you. I like that, man. That one stabs me in the guy every dang time. Yeah, that one stabs me too. It's like there are some songs that don't lose for whatever reason. Like a lot of songs lose their potency and they mean something different to you and they just become songs and they kind of morph. But some songs just like maintain their personhood, their songhood, and if that's one, anytime I play it, I'm still gonna feel it and deliver it like I mean it, because I will always mean that one. I don't know, it's inhabited in a different way. Yeah, those are the doozies. What was I gonna say? Daniel, you're crying. I'm sorry. Jason, what's the story on the horses being fed cardboard and coal? Jason, I don't know. Like, that song is emotionally autobiographical, and some of it is autobiographical, but there's definitely like poetic stuff and metaphor going on. That bridge is kind of just about me feeling like I'd gone a little bit mad. And I don't, yeah, that just kind of came out, those lines, but I didn't really have a son. Like there's, I've married another and bore him a son. No, that was metaphor. But I stand by the truth of that song regardless, Let's see. Hannah, hi, I love you. Yeah, okay. We'll do the next song on the album. Oh yeah, this one. Come Back to Me, Capo. What have I done with you? The next song on this album is called Sad Saturday. Another one I kind of struck from the set list, kind of before too long. I don't know why. I guess because I thought it was depressing. But I wrote this one. Oh yeah, I was supposed to do this. Nope, not that. This. Sad Saturday. I remember, so I was living in Chicago. I was living in Chicago when I made this record, and I remember going to see, was it The Passion of the Christ? That movie? Is that who? Anyway, I'm pretty sure that was the movie, like a Jesus movie, and it was pretty bloody. And so I remember going to see that movie. It was daytime, a matinee, because I'm cheap and I would only ever go to a matinee, let's be honest. And I remember riding the bus back and just feeling so shell-shocked from that movie. And I don't really remember anything more about the movie itself, but just that it was bloody and it stayed with me and it was kind of freaking me out. And so I was just riding the bus and feeling things very acutely. And Nathan, or anybody from the old Chicago days, I don't know if you're around, but the crush in question, who was the victim of this song, is Greg. Remember from Uncommon Ground, Greg? So yeah, there's the movie, and then there's Greg on my mind on the bus. So here you go. All right. It was a sad, sad Saturday, and everyone could tell by her wet eyes and sad mouth, the pretty lady on the bus. And spring is nearly here, and I don't want to be alone. And spring is nearly here, and I want, when it's warm again, I wish to hold you in my arms. When it's warm again, I wish to hold on this sad, sad Saturday, when everyone can tell by her wet eyes and sad mouth, a pretty lady on the bus. I messed up some lyrics, so I'm gonna do that again. On a sad, sad Saturday, I just saw too much blood coursing down the cross, meant for me, a bloody, bloody mystery. When it's warm again, I wish to hold you in my arms. When it's warm again, I wish to hold. Can I ever be forgiven enough to make a dent? Oh, can I ever be forgiven so that I stay on this sad, sad Saturday, when everyone can tell by her wet eyes and sad mouth, a pretty lady on the bus. That one feels like a really, really old friend I haven't seen in a very long time. John Katz, in the coffee shop where you worked, I was there when a little girl's mother told her that you were a musician. The little girl asked, "What kind of magician are you?" Yep. Yeah, oh, the grind. Oh my gosh. Those were some good times. I live with my brother and his family, and help look after the children, and the 7-year-olds still usually refer to me as a magician, even though I know I'm a musician, but they pronounce it more like musician. I'm not sure, but it's pretty sweet. So all right, so this next song, oh mercy. So how many do we have left here? 1, 2, 3, yeah, there's 4 more songs on the record. 4 more songs on this record, this sweet record. It's cold and rainy here in Brighton on the south coast, but the shows were, oh good, I'm glad, Ricky. This next song is a beast. I killed it from the set list right away. I think I almost never played it live because it's so hard to play. So we'll see how it goes, but it's been a fun challenge. I was on a kick for a while with the 2 capo thing. And it gives you some cool things that you can do. So this song, I remember writing this one in Chicago, in the apartment where I lived with Bobby, in a really skeezy apartment in a rough part of town, and Addie, and this song, I don't know. I was just, depression is something that exists in my world, and I was kind of going through it, and it was summer, and it was just, I was so sad, and I guess it's kind of all in the song, but just really feeling pretty lost, and like I just wanted to jump out the window, but I just wanted to like jump out the window and fall into the sea or something. I wasn't really wanting to die. I don't know. It was a time. And I got some of that out in this here song called Summer Came a Warning. Let's see if I can play it. Oh, Violet, these songs shape me as a songwriter. Wow. Oh my gosh. Oh wow, Violet, that's beautiful. Such rich, thick memories from that time and from being in Lupus, being in Missouri. Man, I hope you're well. Congratulations on being an auntie. I saw that. Nice work. All right, so here you go. Which guitar here? Did I have that muted that whole time? I might have. Oh, nope, that was right. In this breath of morning, I'll be satisfied as long as I can still see straight. In this breath of morning, I'll be saddest without warning. Why do I cry? Mama, something happened last night. I thought I put up a pretty good fight, but where am I now? Mama, where did I go? Papa, where did I stay? Sister, what's my name? Now I stand at my window, half bathed in light, and I'd like to fall. I stand at my window, half bathed in light, and I'd like to fall into the street, into the sea, into the sky. Into the street, into the sea, into the sky. Last night when I finally slept, I met a man. He waited for me on the other side. He had kindly eyes, and every word he spoke to me came from them shining. He said, I would like to hold your hand and kiss your brow, smooth the lines and begin tonight. he said I would like to hold your hand and kiss your brow. Smooth the lines and begin tonight, if that would be alright. But I stand at my window half bathed in light, and I'd like to fall. I stand at my window half bathed in light, and I'd like to fall into the street, into the sea, into the sky. Into the street, into the sea, into the sky. Summer came a warning, so I held my breath for morning. Yes, this very one. There we go. We're gonna keep it dark and quick for a moment here. This next one is called "We'll All Be the Same," and remember I said I wrote a bunch of songs about Paul, this boy from South Dakota. This one goes out to Paul wherever he is. Change that. That's good enough. Oh, you are letting me go. Letting me go. Oh, you are holding my heart. You're holding my heart. I tried my best with smoke and mirrors. I tried my best with crocodile tears. It's hard to forget where we started from. Over the back roads on into the sun. Oh, you are letting me go. You're letting me go. Oh, you are. You're holding my heart. You're still holding my heart. Remember when we used to waltz in the grass? Crickets chirping, wet feet, we dance. Now I'm in the parlor, just laughing too loud, while you're in the backyard, drawing a crowd. Oh, you are letting me go. You're letting me go. You are take your son to the ravine, showing him moss and frogs in the stream. And I'll slip back out the way I came. No one's the wiser, we'll all be the same. I like that song still. Can you tell? It still lives in me for sure. Let's see. This has been really nice. So there are 2 more songs on the album. Thank you so much for hanging out. If you want to, thanks Steve, thanks Ricky, thanks Emma. If you guys want to support, certainly it's welcome. Otherwise, whatever. These times are wild. Do what feels right. Patronage is so appreciated. Y'all have been keeping me afloat and keeping me sane and keeping me supported and giving me motivation to keep creating new things. Like that's kind of a side effect of the whole patronage thing that I wasn't really expecting. That having patrons would make me like, oh, you have to make something. You have to honor this relationship, basically. So appreciation for that. What else was I going to say? If you're just tuning in, throughout the course of this 7-week series, all proceeds from album sales are going to go to support the unhoused sanctuary encampments here in the cities. Sometimes I work in a community kitchen feeding folks. There's always need for clothes and new tents and tarps. And I mean, I'm pretty lucky. I have a house and I have food and I'm warm and I have lots of socks with holes in them, but they're fine. So yeah, whatever proceeds from any album sales will go to those people. What else was I going to say? And I do hope, I hope to see you all in the future weeks. It's really heartwarming to see all the warm thoughts and memories and responses around this my debut record, 15-year-old debut record. It's really heartwarming and sweet, and I know probably some people kind of stopped listening after this one, and I think I put out some other pretty great things in the 14 years that followed. I think there's a lot of value there, and there's definitely a wild journey. And next week in particular, Without a Bird, that album, I actually still haven't listened to it. It's been 13 years, and I haven't listened to that record since. So I have my work cut out for me this next week in learning those songs. I have a lot of emotional baggage around that record, because putting out that record, having it not be as well received as For You Only was, the first record, really spiraled me into a pretty rough place, and I ended up quitting music because of it. So the record I'm going to be singing for you next week is so potent for me. So I do hope you can tune in and watch me come to terms with 27-year-old Rachel. Oh man, it's good. Pandemic is a good time for reckoning with things, right? So okay, 2 more songs for you. Here's 3 a.m. if Ari is listening, or Bobby or Sarah. This one goes out to you guys. This is a well-loved song by some of us. Here we go. This one was so fun to sing with Ari. Man. Ari, I miss you. All right, 3 a.m. Whew, I made myself cry there. Shaking it off. Making music great again. Right. Oh. I like how these early early songs already betray my love of modulation. There's been a few so far. Here's another one in this song. You cross over, you talk to me, you tell me things I've wanted to hear since last year, maybe the one before. You ask me to understand, you ask me to hold your hand and come back. Baby, won't you please come back? This is about Paul again too, by the way. This sweet, this chaos, fine, fine to finally understand what it was really all about, really, really all about. Now I'm shaking, I'm seeing double, I'm halfway to heaven, looking trouble in the eye. I'm just looking trouble in the eye. What have we done? What do we do with all this clamor and all this truth? You cross over, you talk to me. But what have we gotten into? What did we leave behind? What does it even matter? Matter this time? Oh, 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 yeah. Well, I saw you at 22 and you were all undone and run through a life like a knife straight through your dreamer's heart. Now I see you in front of me, cigarettes and coffee, and it's 3 a.m. like it always, always was. But what have we gotten into? What did we leave behind? What does it even matter? Matter this time? Songwriting journeys. It's a songwriting journey. All right. All y'all, it's been absolutely lovely. Oh, Kat. Yeah, Tracy, thank you. Kat, I think I was 16, 17 when you played in for your website on the Limelight, which must have been you before you released. Oh, yeah. Yeah, totally. Those are really... I have still fond memories of those days. All y'all, I used to. There's River West is a part of Milwaukee, and it was there's like breweries, houses that are not in good shape, pirate flags flying from porches. At least it was back in the day, and that's where we would go. Thanks to Robert Sayers and Blake, who introduced me to River West. That's where I would go and play the most fun, dank basement, like punk shows, but just me and my pearls and my like 50s dresses. The dank basement shows to the attic shows that Kat referenced in River West. Yeah, always a basement or an attic. I'm not sure if I ever played on a main floor in that town. Really good memories. I'm gonna tune this guy once more. One more song for you. Oh, hi, Jen. Yeah. Oh, it's so nice to see you. See you here. Welcome home. Have you been taking care of pigeons and snails today? Jen lives in London, and there's always a menagerie that she's nursing back to life or feeding in the front garden there. So let's see. Yeah, one more song for you. This last song on For You Only is called And For This. And it's not a song that I really kind of kept around for very long. But it felt right as a closer, I guess, because it's, you know, in a 3/4, a waltz feels nice for a closer for an album, and it has sort of a concluding feeling to it. This song was all about kind of me wrestling with my faith, my heritage, my Mennonite faith, religion in general. And if any of the Chicago old guard is listening, well, Jen, you're here. Greg Sorrell Greg worked with me at The Grind, and he had this line. He said to me once that his religion is other people, and that line just stuck with me. I thought that was such an incredibly great line, and so I wrote that into this song. Peter Shell, Without a Bird is great. My wife and I love it and still do. I play Chicago on piano. I really like to hear that. Thank you, Peter. That makes me feel good. I look forward to listening to the record a lot this week and seeing how I feel about the record now. I think, yeah, it's going to be a good journey. I hope you all can tune in next week. Let's see. Music and It Wasn't for Meadow Folk. Oh, yeah. Big ups to Jay Lapp. Is Jay here? Yeah. Serious old guard. Oh, the memories. Okay. So I'm gonna play this song, and then I'll probably like hang out for a little bit longer for any chitter chatter, and then I'll queue up a video to send us out. So here is And For This. Oh, sorry, that's actually the wrong key. My bad. So maybe I'll say one other thing. I don't know what I'll say though. Anybody have any questions? Let's get this tuned up better. Oh, hi Hillary. Love you so much. Yeah. This song I love on the original, on For You Only. This song has a really sweet feeling piano part that was played by Drew Lindsay. Drew and his brother Jeremy Lindsay, had one of my favorite bands ever, JT and the Clouds. They were this band in Chicago. I don't think they really are anymore, but my God, such good music, such good hooks, so fun to go to their shows. They were so good, and Drew played on the record. Jeremy is now, if you know the band Birds of Chicago, he's half of that duo. So yeah, Drew plays all the piano parts on For You Only, and I don't know, they were good buds back in the day. Still are, just more at a distance, you know. Okay, so here's And For This. You've been so good to me and the others. You've been so good to me, and then your kindness rolls over and through this failing blue. And for this we will always remember. Sorry you heard about the ending. I'm sorry you saw it's just a false door. It's really the end, and then we never begin again. It's a sorry end. And he says his religion is other people, but I get so lonely and let down. I wish I could keep you in my coat pocket and hold you and roll you around in my hands I could bring you back home. Look at me standing at the curb, shifting from one foot to the other, hoping to let you back in time for Easter. 'Cause you've been so good to me and the others, and you've been so good to me, and then your kindness rolls over and through this tremendous blue, and for this we will always remember. Your kindness rolls over and through this brilliant blue, and for this we will always be grateful. All right, there you go. Thus concludes the reimagining of my first Rachel Reese album. Thank you so much for hanging out. Again, I hope to see you in the following weeks while we take a journey through the next album, the sophomore release that contains a lot of baggage, and we'll see if we can let it all go. And then the week after that, we'll do the country EP, which was the duet with Anaïs Mitchell, after which I quit playing music for a few years. And in 2 weeks, we're also going to do Laurel Lake EP, which was the first thing I made after quitting. So these little bookends of the lost years of my life. They kind of were. And then we'll go on from there. And bring the band in and all that kind of stuff. So thank you so much for hanging out. Grab a CD. For You Only was never put out on vinyl, so grab a CD, give it to your friends. I don't even know what I have it priced at in the Bandcamp store, but whatever. You can always Venmo me less. I don't care. Let's see. I'm just reading some comments. Joey says, my husband bought first computer for birth. This was the first album I downloaded off the internet. It was the first album you downloaded off the internet? That's amazing. Searching the internet, working on my 13-year-old son. Oh my gosh. Your son has good taste. That's so sweet. Oh man. Love it. Bye, Steve. Kat, you're great. Bye, Susie. Thank you so much. Jason. Thanks, everybody. I don't know if he's here, but it is my dear ex Adrian's birthday. So we're gonna close this out. I'm gonna cue up that song and say farewell. Kat, yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a crazy fall, isn't it? Yeah, this'll serve well for me to have a constructive distraction from the world, from the politics and everything. So, Ricky, you didn't get enough. You getting to listen to it yourself? That's an honor. You guys, I just did a laugh that sounded like my mom's laugh. That was a moment I just had, a quiet moment. Okay, I'm gonna sign off. I'm gonna cue up a song here to see us out, and thank you so much. And if you have any thoughts on, thanks for the support. And if you have any thoughts on comments on sound quality or whatnot, feel free to shoot me a line and let me know. I do hope to improve and fine tune through the course of the series. So, okay. Farewell, everyone. Have a wonderful Saturday. Thanks for being here.
1, 2, 3, 2. Close to death, I am willful and foolish, no matter in my will.